get back on track, maybe even win MVP? Dark horse, Broussard, dark horse. Speaking of quarterbacks dealing with injuries, would it be a big mistake for the Browns to rush Baker back for Sunday's showdown with the Steelers? And it's Thursday morning, which means the Bud List is back. And with that, we say welcome to First Things First. Woo! Getting ready for Halloween. Jenna Wolf, Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, Kevin Wildes. Oh, Broussard, this guy, Patrick Mahomes, forget making your under duress list. Is there a chance he could top it?
There is a chance, Jenna. There is a chance. Oh. Nick, you'll be all right.
Oh, don't do that to your list. Don't undermine the credibility of your list.
All right, we'll get to the Broussard under duress, but we got to start with a brutal night for the Lakers on the road, taking on Russell Westbrook's former team, the Thunder. LeBron out again and Russ struggling again. How about this? Lakers led by 26 points late in the second and couldn't hold the lead. Russ turned a 20-point triple-double into a quadruple-double because he actually turned the ball over 10 times last night. OKC hadn't won a game until last night against the Lakers after being down, I'm going to say it again, 26 points. Insult to injury, Russ tossed in the final seconds after he went after Darius Bazley for dunking. But here was Russ after the game on all those turnovers.
No, it's just me. I got to take it the ball. Simple. Just making plays and trying to make lobs and too many mishaps on my part. So it's just on me. But I'm going to take care of it. I know that. And keep the game simple. Because we need those possessions, especially in games like this.
All right, so Chris Broussard, you think last night's loss was more about LeBron's absence or Russ's struggles?
Look, I'll play along, and if I have to answer that question, I'll say Russ's struggles. But the fact is, it was really neither. You shouldn't need LeBron James to beat the 0-4, that's what they were entering the game, Oklahoma City Thunder. They're probably the worst team in basketball. All right, and that Houston, for goodness sake, beat them by 33. They were one of 4 teams entering the game that was shooting 40% from the floor, one of 5 teams in the NBA. League worst 40%. And the Lakers, for all of Russ's turnovers, their defense, which has been bad all year so far, was horrific. And they allowed Oklahoma City, who I mentioned was shooting 40% from the field entering the game, to shoot 50% and just shoot 40% from 3. All right? It was ridiculous what was happening. And I think the Lakers got up 41-19 after one quarter and relaxed. And then once Oklahoma City plays hard, they come back, and now the Lakers have to kind of turn it on again, and they couldn't. But we talked about Westbrook. Yes, he was bad. I mean, you mentioned the quadruple-double, the 10 turnovers. He had 4 in the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. That kind of, the game had already been turned, but it allowed Oklahoma City to get a little bit of cushion. They went up by 6. But the Lakers still had a shot at the end. And Russ takes a bad three-pointer. Remember, he's a 17% shooter this season from 3. And that's actually a boost. He was at 9% a few days ago. All right? I guess he thought he was hot. He takes a bad 3 at the end of the game and misses with 27 seconds left. Malik Monk, who I sang Malik Monk's praises yesterday, he throws up an air ball from 3. Which I don't know what he was thinking because he took it quick. And I got Anthony Davis, I got Melo out there, and even Russ. I'd rather get the ball in one of their hands. And then Melo gets a steal late, and he throws up an air ball from 3, wide open. And so Russ, yes, was bad. You can't be turning it over 10 times, Nick. But it was a lot more than Russell Westbrook to blame for this loss.
Yeah, 1,000%. And I'm going to focus on the defense and the coaching. The defense, they've given up 115 points or more in every game this season. No Lakers team ever has started the year giving up 115 in 5 straight. Even those awful teams post-Kobe, pre-LeBron. No Lakers team's ever done this. And the fact that the Lakers, because they were up 26 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter, and then they were trailing entering the fourth quarter. So from that, when they were up 26 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter to the end of the game, they gave up 80 points. That's a pace of 148 points in a 48-minute game against the Thunder, who Broussard said it too kindly. There's no maybe they're the worst team in basketball. They're the worst team in basketball. At the end of this year, you might very well be able to count all the Thunder victories on two hands. I think 10 wins is in play, and one of them just happened last night. So that can't happen. And the fact that the Thunder were able to erase the deficit entirely before the fourth quarter even started is actually even worse for the Lakers, because what that means is they had their attention by the fourth quarter, and they couldn't beat them for a quarter. And that was, the defense got a little bit better then, but then the turnovers in the offense was awful. This will be the worst loss of the season. And Wilds, I'm going to zero in on one small thing that's not a small thing. Man, Frank Vogel, I understand the players maybe, they didn't really play in the preseason, a little rusty. Frank Vogel's got to snap into it. At the end of the game, 35 seconds left, down one, after a timeout, got to have a stop. You have two timeouts. If you get the stop, you're calling timeout to set up your play. So it's a defensive possession. Why is Carmelo Anthony on the court? What are you doing? Oh, you scored. OKC called timeout. There's 40-ish seconds left. You had setting the play. Why, on a defense-offense situation, is Carmelo Anthony on the court? I love Melo. He's not there to help you get stops when you're going to call timeout after the play. That's bad coaching. He had Russ and Rondo on the court together again for stretches last night. That's bad coaching. Yep. So, yes, of course, if LeBron was there, Wilds, they would have won. But this is the Thunder. This is a terrible team. And to lose this game the way they did, it's just unacceptable.
We're a little worried. You're going through it this week, buddy. Between the Chiefs and the Lakers, I feel like we're having like a.
You guys keep saying that. I'm not a Lakers fan.
I didn't accuse you of Lakers fan.
I'm not a Lakers fan.
I'm just saying you're going through it a little bit.
Okay.
I thought you had a fondness for LeBron James. LeBron plays on the Lakers,
Yeah, and LeBron plays.
All right, Broussard, here's my thing.
If that's the case, then I should be happy when they lose without him. But go ahead, Wilds. I mean, if that's the case, if it's just a LeBron thing, then last night was great for me. Look at the Lakers. They can win the title with him. Without him, they lose to the Thunder. Add it to the GOAT resume. I'm just saying. But go ahead, Wild. Sorry.
All right, so I think it's time to start worrying about the Lakers' age. And here's why. When you get a little bit older, and we're burying the lead now because it's Broussard's birthday, but I'm also a little bit older, you got to have your old man antennas up. Like New Balance released some sneakers, a new collaboration. I'm like, ooh, do I like those? Are those cool? Or do I like them because they're New Balances? The Lakers need to have their antennas up. Why? Because 36-year-old Melo airballed a three? No, that's not it. Is it because old man LeBron has already missed 40% of the Lakers games? That's not it either, Broussard. It's because Russell Westbrook is talking about playing the game the right way. At the end of the game, Russ gets ejected because Darius Bazley, 21 years old, gets this dunk. Everybody loved it. Everyone loved it. Oh, everyone's happy except Russ. Broussard, in his post-game comments, guess what he starts talking about? Unwritten rules, like in baseball, you don't flip the bat. He actually said that. That wasn't your great uncle that you only see on Thanksgiving. That was